Ever since the announcement of Jee Le Zaraa, we, the Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara fans, have been excited to see three women going on a road trip and solving some of their life problem or giving us a ride that we would remember, resonate forever. But even after years, nobody speaks about the movie. Even the director Farhan Akhtar or three leads has not confirmed any of the rumors that the movie is shoveled or the movie is still in making or they are not gonna make this movie. So what I thought was, what would be the story of the movie, because it is made by the duo of Farhan Akhtar and Zoya Akhtar, and it is also going to be a fun road trip where they would explore their relationship, their personal and professional life, and also give us some insight how friendship keeps us alive, and it is always good to have friends that you count on. So one day when I was free at home, I just thought, what if I was supposed to write this movie? What would be the context of the movie and what would be the story? As we already know, the lead actors would be Alia, Deepika, and Katrina. So why not I write this story? And let me see if I have some writing capabilities or I just keep on thinking about writing a movie and never write it down. So here's my version of Jee Le Zaraa. I don't know how it's gonna be, but I would really appreciate if you would listen to this, give me your thoughts about this story. Let's talk about how these characters would be. First, Alia, the perfectionist. A successful architect, Alia has always followed a strict plan for her life, but when she finds herself unexpectedly fired from her dream job, she hides the truth from her friends and pretend everything is fine. Priyanka, the romantic realist. A travel blogger who loves to adventure but secretly wonders if she will ever find something stable and fulfilling in life. She meets someone on the trip but is afraid of falling for another feel-thing romance. Katrina, the fearless one, or it seems to be. A startup co-founder who appears confident but is afraid of falling. She is at a crossroad if she should continue her struggling business or let it go and start fresh. Trip finally happens because everybody is at their lowest and they want their friends to be together in order to be happy and also take a break from life and enjoy the friendship. The trip begins in Paris where Alia finally confesses that she lost her job. Instead of judging her, Priyanka and Katrina pushes her to rethink what she really wants instead of just chasing the prestige. On the trip, Priyanka flirts with a charming French musician, but when he asks her to stay longer in Paris, she hesitates. Should she follow a passion for traveling and blogging or keep moving? And Katrina is secretly planning to meet her investor in Barcelona. In between the mess, all three of them plan to take a hot air balloon ride, a metaphor for letting go of control and embracing the unknown. Trip to Spain, Barcelona, taking risk. In Barcelona, Katrina secretly meets a potential investor who might save her startup, but the only problem is she has to compromise her vision. She struggles with this decision. Alia hesitates at first but starts sketching again, something she hasn't done since college. She meets an Italian artist, Luca, who helps her rediscover her creative side. Priyanka's blog post about their trip goes viral, making her question whether she should finally commit to full time travel writing. The journey begins in Paris, the city of dreams where romance and ambition collide. The Eiffel Tower lights sets on the cafe they are staying and having conversation, and the scent of fresh croissant filled with air. But for Alia, Priyanka and Katrina, the magic of Paris hides the weight of their personal struggle. Paris, where the truth comes out. At first, Alia pretends everything is fine. She wears a confident smile and laughs at the right moment and avoids any conversation about work. But deep down, she is lost. She spent years chasing success as an architect only to be fired from the job she thought redefined her. It all unravels one evening when the trio sits on a small rooftop restaurant looking at the scenery. The city glows beneath them, and for a moment it feels like everything is perfect. But when Katrina casually asks her about her next project, Alia pauses too long. Alia, what's going on? Priyanka asks. At first, she tries to brush it off, but after seeing their concerns, she finally admits the truth. She lost her job a week ago. She hasn't told anyone, not even herself, because she is afraid of what it means. I thought I had everything figured it out. Now I don't even know who am I without my career. Instead of judging her, Priyanka and Katrina see through her fear. They remind herself that this trip isn't about holding on to the past. It's about figuring out what she actually wants. And for the first time, Alia allows herself to feel the uncertainty without running from it. Meanwhile, Priyanka meets Jonas, a charming Indo-French musician who embodies everything she loves about nature and adventure. She plays guitar at a jazz bar where they were wandering one night, and by the time the music ends, they are already flirting over red wine and midnight walk through the scene is effortless, exciting, exactly the kind of romantic moment her travel blog reader would dream about. But then Nick does something unexpected. After having few conversation, he asks her to stay longer. Paris suits you, he says. What if you didn't leave too soon? And just like that, her excitement turned into fear. Priyanka has spent years chasing adventure, hopping from one place to another, never staying long enough for anyone to ask her to stay. She doesn't know what scares her more, falling for someone or giving up her own freedom. Does she take the risk or does she keep moving? What do you think? Needing a change of pace, they leave the chaos of Paris behind and head towards Provence, where golden fields of lavender stretches as far as the eye can catch. It's quiet, peaceful, exactly what they wanted. One morning, Katrina suggests everyone out of their comfort zone, a hot air balloon ride. Alia is hesitant. She has been controlling everything in her life for so long, and the thought of floating aimlessly in the sky terrifies her. But Priyanka and Katrina insist. As the balloon rises over the countryside, they are met with a breathtaking view of rolling hills and beautiful sunset. World feels still, as if the time has stopped. And then something shifts. Alia realizes she doesn't have to take control of everything. Losing her job isn't the end of her identity, it's an opportunity to find something better. Priyanka understands that running away isn't the same as moving forward. Maybe, just maybe, she does not have to choose between love and adventure. While Katrina, always the fearless one, seems something in Alia and Priyanka that reminds her of herself. The fear of failure, the pressure to prove themselves, and she wonders what if she's been holding on too tightly to her own business, afraid to admit she might need to let it go. And here's the time for the Sairi that we all loved from Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, but it is English, so hear me out. As the balloon floats freely, they silently make a promise to let go of the past, embrace uncertainty, and trust the future will behold in a way they have never expected. Because in life, just like the hot air balloon, it isn't about the control, it's about embracing the unknown. Pain. Chapter 2, Taking Risk. Barcelona greets them with its vibrant energy, surreal architecture, bustling tapas bar, and a sea breeze that feels like possibilities. But for all the excitement, uncertainty lingers beneath the surface for each of them. Katrina Business Crossroad. Katrina has been secretly meeting a potential investor who could have saved her struggling startup. The problem, he wants her to pivot in a direction she does not believe in it. It is a tempting offer, one that could keep her business floating but at the cost of her own vision. She hasn't told Priyanka and Alia yet. She does not want their opinion clouding her judgment. Alia creative awakening. Meanwhile, Alia, still reeling from losing her job, finds herself drawn to a small artist workshop nearby. And then there she meets Ranbir, a charismatic Italian Indo painter who watches her hesitant before picking up a pencil. Architecture made you forget the joy of creating, he tells her. His word lingers. That night, Alia stays up sketching, something she hasn't done since college. Priyanka's unexpected success. Priyanka's travel blog, once just a personal journal, suddenly explodes in popularity after she posts a raw, heartfelt piece about their time in France. As her phone buzzes with offer from travel magazine, she panics. Could she actually make a living out of this? It's everything she ever wanted, so why is she scared to commit? A sports to metaphor their risk, rock climbing. Wanting to take a break from city, they take a trip to Surat, a breathtaking mountain range just outside Barcelona. Here they impulsively sign up for a rock climbing. None of them had done it before. As they climb, the sport becomes a metaphor for their struggle. Katrina hesitates midway up the rock face, doubting whether she can push forward. Climbing instructor yells, "You can't stay in one place forever. Either you go up or down." Words hit her deeper than expected. She realizes her startup is the same. Stagnation is failure, and she needs to make a decision. Alia grips the rock too tightly, overthinking every move. "Trust your instinct," Priyanka calls out. Alia realizes she has been over-planning her life entirely, afraid to take creative risks. When she finally let go of the climbs freely, she feels such a rush of excitement, like sketching without overthinking. Priyanka starts stronger, but freezes when she looks down, overwhelmed by the height. "You have already made it this far," Katrina reminds her. It mirrors Priyanka's blogging fears. She has already come so far, why stop now? She pushes forward and reaches to the top, realizing she can take this leap in her career too, through and decision. After climbing, something shifts within them. Katrina decides to sell her startup. Portugal, finding themselves. As their journey nears its end, Portugal welcomes them with its sun-soaking hills, pastel-colored building, and the rhythmic sound of music drifting through the street. The sense of grilled sharedness fills the ear as trains past, a reminder that life moves forward whether they are ready or not. But for Alia, Priyanka, and Katrina, Lisbon isn't just about another spot or a stop. It's where they finally face themselves. Alia chasing passion over prestige. Alia has been spending chasing external validation, measuring success by title and prestige. But after everything, losing her job, confronting her fears, rediscovering her love for sketching, she sees things differently now. One afternoon, she receives an email. A well-known artist in Italy is offering her a chance to work on a sustainable architecture project. It's not a corporate position with a corner office, it's something messier, more creative, and deep fulfilling. For the first time, she does not hesitate. She says yes, not because it's the most prestigious option, but because it's what she truly wants. As I told you before, that Priyanka and Katrina have their friendship break from the start. Now it's time to reveal what happened. As Katrina let go of her pride, meanwhile Katrina wrestles with a different battle, her own startup failing, and she knows it. For years, she has built her identity around a fearless and ambitious girl, but deep down she has been holding on to the company for the wrong reason. Not because it still inspires her, but because letting go feels like admitting failure. One evening, as she sits by the river watching the sun dip into the Atlantic, she finally says it. I think I am done fighting for something I don't believe in anymore. Priyanka and Alia are stunned. Katrina has always been the one who never gives up. But this time she realizes that walking away isn't weakness, it's strength. And just as she is about to let go, something unresolved resurfaces. Katrina, Priyanka, and the friendship break. As Katrina voices her decision, something shifts between her and Priyanka. For years, Priyanka has felt guilt for leaving Katrina's at her lowest. When Katrina was about to launch her business, struggling to keep it afloat, Priyanka had chosen to leave for an international travel assignment instead of staying her and supporting her. As she confirmed, in order to support her, she has a problem of staying at one position for the longer time, so in the insecurities she leaves her and moves for the international event. Katrina had never said it outright, but the resentment was always there, a wound that never held. Now, with Katrina finally letting go of her business, she turns to Priyanka and asks, "Are you going to run again?" Priyanka flinches, and the question hitting deeper than expected. "I didn't run," she says. I don't know how to stay." A long silence stretches between them, but then Katrina exhales. "I think I finally get it." They both do. It isn't just about the startup. It is about trusting that their friendship could survive distance, change, and choice didn't always agree on. And it did. For the final leg of their journey in Portugal, surfing is a perfect metaphor for their personal growth and transformation. On their last day in Lisbon, the three friends take part in surfing challenge Bincho Beach, known for its strong wave and golden sand. Just like in Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, there is a chance that they might also lose their life or overcome this surfing and become victorious in life and in this game too. Yeah, ask everyone, what would you do after this? What would be the challenge for life? Where Alia confesses that she is going to join the new job, while Priyanka finally admits to stay, as I said before, and give a chance with Nick, and Katrina starting over a new business again. And the surfing begins. Alia paddles out nervously, hesitant at first, but then she rides her first wave, a moment of pure unfiltered joy. She realizes that success isn't about perfection but passion. Katrina wipes out hard but laughs as she gets back up, a symbolic moment of learning that failure isn't the end, just a part of journey. Priyanka, always the overthinker, hesitates as the perfect wave, then finally goes for it. As she rides it with all the ways to shore, she understands sometimes you have to take the leap. As the sun sets over Atlantic, they sit on a sand, exhausted and excited about life, watching the waves roll in, and for the first time in a long time, they aren't catching anything. They are just here, fully present, fully alive.